Hello, Aarti. Welcome back to the Healthy Parenting Initiative of Global Edge. I have this question about children are got used to watching videos of whatever chapters, whatever they are doing in the school, and they come back and they think they get up. But when the teacher asks the question, they're ready. But when they have to write it down, they're not able to do it. Can we know what's happening?
Actually, ma'am, this is such a relevant question, especially post pandemic. Primarily, what has happened to children is during the pandemic, they've all become used to looking at a screen and learning and things like that. But it was not sufficient for test taking because learning is a different skill. Test taking is a different skill. You'll see some of the very knowledgeable children in our classroom may not be great test takers, as opposed to some children who may not be extremely smart in the classroom or even answer questions, but when it comes to the test, they're the ones that can score. So they're two different skills at the first level. Second thing is when we talk about learning, learning involves many modalities. Some children learn visually, some children like to listen to podcasts or listen to information. In fact, I've even had children who tell the mother, Amma, read it out to me,
Yeah.
let me recall. So each child is comfortable with a certain modality, and this is something very neurologically defined. It's not something that you sort of develop by choice. And then there are children who love mind mapping, children who like to use cues on their hand and things like that. So ultimately, when we talk about a good learner is someone who is aware of how he or she is able to assimilate information, how they're able to store information, how they're able to retrieve information. So these are three processes that we require in any learning space. Post pandemic, a lot of children have realized that they can access something that's very exciting, as opposed to when the teacher is working in the classroom. Many times what will happen is she may have to sort of teach from the test taking angle also, because our curriculums have still not sort of geared up to complete holistic learning. We still have test taking as a major goal. So children find this exciting video which has lovely animation, very exciting content. It can be used for understanding or enhancing understanding, but not for the test taking. For test taking, children must be able to do some level of writing or some level of reading and a three-dimensional experience, which means they must be able to touch the paper, touch a pen, because we are still using those tools for test taking. When we are just using the visual interface, it may not be so great. So we need to understand, when we are sitting with our children and teaching them or helping them understand their study skills, we need to give them the first insight: what is most comfortable for you for understanding. Once you understand something, make a mind map,
Yeah.
or sort of put it in a way in which you'll be able to recall well, which is like key point learning. So I know that this answer has 10 key points. The video has given me those 10 key points, but I would like to put it in this order so that I'll be able to recall better, and then also write it out on a piece of paper to time, am I able to take all that I've learned and write within a certain frame, say 10 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever is expected. When we do this, we work with the visual areas, we work with the memory, the retrieval part, and most importantly, we work with the motor component, which is
We just,
required, the
yeah.
visual motor component, which is required for test taking. If we do this, this issue of forgetting may be completely dealt with. So I hope that answers the
Yeah, that
question.
answers pretty well. And I hope we don't have the next few generations going through this problem. Thank you, Aarti.